Green flag is out in the air. The 98 and 45 side by side, as the 45 does get a really good jump on the outside. As we're still side by side now, going into turn 1, the 45 trying to hang real close to the rear bumper of the 98 of Michael Campbell, as we all jockeying for positions back here. Brad Haldane, Tim Henderson's going around after the start, or after the pit exit lane. He's all the way in the back. He's got some damage there in the number 20. Still all over the rear bumper of the 38. Alexander Light looking for that speed, and that, oh, he gets a little loose. He's losing it, and he saves it. What a great save by Alexander Light going through NASCAR 1 and 2. He's got to regain all that time again back to the 38. The 38 misses the final chicane. Here comes Alexander Light for P4. What's happening to what's happened to Greg Shaw here? He's slow. He's very slow. Something happened to Greg here. Lost a lot of time to Michael Campbell. That gap now, 5.8 seconds. 5.9. Just still growing.
He is going to apply the pressure. We've seen Alexander Light make a mistake in NASCAR 3 and 4. He's going to go to the inside. Brad Haldane's going to give him the room. It looks like Haldane is losing some pace here as Alexander Light is flying. He's got all the speed in the world headed for the back straightaway chicane. He's going to be in P3. His teammate, Gregory Shaw, is right up in front of him. So now both Limitless guys are in the podium positions right now.
A great runs, or great recovery so far. Oh, he hit that curb real bad there. He slides and he comes and brings it to a stop. The 20 car now getting back on track here. Dallas Ewart went off track too. These guys both made a mistake going into that corner. Tim Henderson going around again. Absolutely. Again. Go. Oh, Scott Bellum goes around, going through the back straight bus stop, excuse me. He's going to lose another position here to Matt Yost and Tim Henderson. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a battle going on here right now for P3. That's Alexander Light, again challenging Brad Haldane, coming through the final corners of the infield road course and coming on to NASCAR 1 now.
Whoa, as Haldane was a little conservative there in NASCAR 1. Alexander Light's going to go right up to the wall, try to get a little bit of a crossover move here out of NASCAR 2 to the inside of Brad Haldane. He's going to clear him here off of NASCAR 2. He's going to take P3 from Brad Haldane, heading towards the bus stop on the back.
Oh, Greg's in pit lane. Greg comes out P4. Pit stops have begun. Absolutely, coming through 3 and 4 now. Not a pit stop for Alexander Light. Here comes Brad Haldane. He is going to make a pit stop. He's going to switch it up a little bit. He's splitting the race right in half.
Gets out of the way here of your second place of Alexander Light as he's going this time by. Does he pit? No, he's not. He's going to stay on the track. Lap 19. Still haven't seen pit stops out of your front two yet as he locks up going into the front stretch chicane. He's going to miss it. Big news here. Matt Yost missed the chicane as well.
Oh, we got Brad Haldane crashed. There's turn 4 there, coming into turn 5. Oh, and he just gets sideways. He holds on to it, makes a little contact with the inside wall.
This is a battle for P2, and these are teammates.
45 all over the rear bumper of the 54 now, going into NASCAR turn 1. Let's see if Alexander Light has anything to keep behind Gregory Shaw as they now look to go side by side through turns 1. This might be a little bit of team orders going on here, as it looks like it is. Alexander Light giving up the position to Greg Shaw right now, going down the back straightaway and through the bus stop. The 45 into the P2 position. He makes a mistake on the exit of the bus stop. That's not what he needed. His teammate comes right back through, and all that work he just did, he's got to do it again.
Now he's got to get all that ground made back up to his teammate. As Alexander Light grabs some wall on the front stretch. Contact is nearly made. Goodness gracious, these are teammates. This is about him for a podium. This is not what either of them want, to make any contact or mistakes. As now Greg Shaw is going to try and set him up here into the infield section. He's going to close all the way up to the rear bumper. He's going to look to the inside. Alexander Light shuts the door on his teammate. This is crazy. Here, teammates battling with 8 laps to go. This time at the line for these guys, as Michael Campbell's already crossed the line. He's going to challenge him down into the front stretch chicane. Draw right up to his bumper again, but he's just not close enough to make that move on his teammate. Is he going to get a great run down the front stretch? We're going to go side by side here into turn 1.
Turn 1 it is. They're still side by side. This is the Limitless Racing, guys. The 45 does not get it done. The 54 prevails on the outside. Alexander Light becoming the modern day Ryan Newman here, holding back his teammate, going through turn 4 now. This is an insane performance by the 54 right now. He's doing a great job keeping his teammate behind him. Going through the infield road course section, the 45 again all over the rear bumper of the 54, going into 7 and into NASCAR turn 1 now. These guys duking it out for multiple laps as the 45 on the inside of the 54, nothing's going to be able to come of it.
Yeah, it's where he's better is on the infield section, but he just can't get the run off into NASCAR 1 on that transition to the banking to be able to pounce on his teammate. He's going to get real heavy on the brakes again. This is where he closes a lot of time up. He's going to use a lot of curb there. He was able to make it work. He's going to use the apron again, draw right up to the bumper. He's looking to the outside here in NASCAR 3. Alexander Light's not going to give it to him. They're still battling. Alexander Light is going to forgo another pit stop opportunity as now Gregor Shaw gives him the bumper business.
They wreck each other! It's the teammates! Oh my God! These guys, there comes Tim Henderson's in it!
Oh my goodness!
What is going on? Teammates hit each other, big damage to each other. Here's Tim Henderson coming in with the TKO on the 45. Incredible!
Yes, he's lost a lot of time here through NASCAR 3 and 4. He's going to get heavy on the brakes again. You see a little bit of lockup there at Alexander Light as well. Always looking for a crossover here off the final chicane. We're going to go get side by side here into turn 1. Gregory Shaw to the inside of his teammate. Alexander Light drives it in really deep. He ain't going to give it up. He's going to continue to roll the center, carry that momentum off. He's going to stay side by side here off of turn 2. Oh, Alexander Light shuts the door on his teammate of Gregory Shaw. He goes wide. Gregory Shaw to the inside. We're side by side still. This is wild. Where's Tim Henderson going to go? He sees these guys mixing it up. This is a 3-car battle here.
Now going through turn 6 and 7, the 45 does take over that position for P2 over his teammate of Alexander Light. These guys are going to continue to duke it out. Going in through the NASCAR infield road course section, going into turn 1 now. The 45 stays on top. This is going to be a good one to watch now, going through 1 and 2 because of the damage on that 45. We'll see how much faster this 54 car is in a straight line. Coming off of turn 4 now, the 54 trying to get something done as a 45 does have a later braking zone, and he gets a lot done there. He makes up a lot of time on his teammate. We're white flag lap, Jay, with the 98.
What a race he has put together, absolutely obliterating the field tonight. 51 seconds here over P2. As you see Matt Yost grab some wall in front of him, that's not what he wants to see. Matt Yost is going to give him the inside line. Don't want to make a mistake. You don't even have to pass Matt Yost here. Just got to limper back home. Here off of NASCAR 2 for the final time. Wow, these Manning Motorsports guys really hit the ground running here early in this season. They are looking to get another one of their drivers in victory lane here through the bus stop for the final time into NASCAR 3. He's going to let Matt Yost kind of just finish this race in front of him. Coming through NASCAR 4 here for the final time. He's going to do it. Michael Campbell, what a race. Just dominant performance. He's going to come through the chicane here on the front stretch for the final time. He's going to win here at the Charlotte Roval. Michael Campbell.
Michael, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. Do you got a copy?
I do.
Michael, what?
Scared me to death.
Sorry. Michael, what an insane race you put on. An absolute clinic, really. But what was your mindset going into this race to try and get to the position that you got at the end of this race, and what were the things that you were battling with your car?
I think the big thing that I was thinking about is we got to qualify toward the front because it's so hard to pass here and the tires go away. Like you blink, they're gone. So it was about kind of getting out front in that early going because of that awkward chicane start. So getting the pole was a priority, trying to find pace to get the pole, and then just I hate sounding cheesy, listening to the track because it was a warm track. So kind of listening to the car, seeing what I could do, couldn't do, and just backing back to pace a couple of times. The car, I got in a certain way. The car was like, no, sir, not today. And we went for a little slide there. So I learned and had to adjust. So it's really just kind of staying on top of the track and just minding the pace and not trying to bite off too much in some of these slow corners.
Yeah, absolutely. We did see a lot of drivers out there, making little spins and getting really loose, roasting their rear tires. We really didn't see a lot of that from you. Setup. You must have just had, a setup that Kim Jong-un would have been proud of. Really, it was a very fast car. Even Greg Schall and Alexander Light commented on just how fast that 98 car was. My question, though, is how much time did you spend on this setup?
Well, working with Travis Manning, I am, of course, a proud member of this organization. Shout out to him watching the race tonight, couldn't be here. We worked on this car a lot, just kind of get an understanding of what this car is going to face and understanding. One of the big things is you're spending a lot of time in the low gears. You're spending a lot of time in second gear, and you need to be able to get off the corner and carry that speed into the next one because you're not going to be shifting up to third or fourth very often when you're in that interior oval. So really just fine-tuning this car's ability to plant into the track, deliver the power we needed to get through the next corners to get us back onto the NASCAR oval. So we spent a fair few days really just tweaking it, fine-tuning it, but also not tuning the good things out of the car while we're trying to address some of those trouble areas.
Yeah, absolutely. A really good in-depth description there on your setup. We really appreciate that. It gives a good insight to everybody watching on what you guys do to get these cars to go so fast. So we appreciate that. Thank you. But Jay, that's all I got for Michael there. What do you got for him?
Yeah, Michael, what a great race. Just dominating performance, getting the dub here at the Roval. Who do you have to thank for just this awesome run that you had tonight?
I mean, I definitely credit Travis for really just kind of being in my ear, helping me understand the car, coming back to Gen 6. I'm primarily a road racer now. I run V8 supercars here. I do a lot of officials. I've run a couple of championships there, and I'm taking part in the league over there. So really, I've become a road driver per se, but really you can take a lot of the lessons learned from the V8 supercars, those Australian powerhouses, and apply them to these NASCAR stock cars. And really, there's a lot of notes there. We saw SVG win at Chicago Street Course, and again, that knowledge translates, and being able to come back here and run these, it was helpful to bounce off Travis. Hey, the supercars behave this way. How can you help me get that in these cars that behave a little differently? And his mind and his ability to work through that is phenomenal, and I'm proud to be able to work with him as part of this team.
Awesome. Great shout-outs there. Again, congratulations there, Michael, for your P1 finish tonight. Thank you for coming on out, giving us some great content here, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Absolutely. Thanks for broadcasting. Take care.
Absolutely.